All right, so let's summarize a little bit what we've talked about. We talked about the Dorian mode, the Phrygian mode, the Lydian mode, and the Mixolydian mode. That leaves 3 other modes which we have not talked about. The very first mode, which is the same as the major scale, is called the Ionian mode. The major scale is the same as the Ionian mode. Ionian is just the Greek term for the major scale. So we've talked about that before in other videos, so we don't need to go into that too much. The mode that comes after Mixolydian is called the Aeolian mode. The Aeolian mode is the same as the natural minor scale, which we've also talked about in other videos, so we're not going to do that here. So that leaves only one mode, really, that we have not talked about, and that is the 7th mode, which is called the Locrian mode. And we're not going to go into too much detail about the Locrian mode, but I did want to mention it. The reason we're not going to go into too much detail about Locrian is because it's the least common mode. The Locrian mode is the 7th mode, and the Locrian mode is based off of the 7th chord. The 7th chord is a diminished chord or a minor 7 flat 5 chord. If you remember from the first thing we were talking about today, all of the chords in the harmonized major scale. So you're not going to hear too many songs that vamp out using a minor 7 flat 5 chord. That rarely ever sounds like your key center. But if you're curious, here's a Locrian lick for you. So we'll do this using the E Locrian mode. E is the 7th of F. E Locrian has the same notes as F major. So keeping an E in the bass, here's a Locrian lick. Okay, so what I'm doing here with the E in the bass, I'm playing E to F, 7th to the 8th fret on the A, 7 to 8 on the D string, 9 to 10 on the G, 10 to 11 on the B, 10 to 12 on the high E, bending up a half step, back down, and then I'm going to end on 10B. There's a little Locrian, so we can say that we talked about it. Okay, so that's it for the modes. In the next section, we're going to take a look at the harmonic minor scale. So I'll see you in a minute.